It is finally a new month, and with July being a month where CSGO came off a complete correction to nearly all skin prices, this month's investing guide shouldn't be too difficult. But either way, let's talk about what the best skins are out there right now for you to buy and hopefully make the biggest profit on. Because with skins now seeming to flatten out in price after this huge correction has happened, it seems like now is the time to buy. But before we get into it, I'm going to be giving away some free skins and cases and other investing items to you guys once again. So all you have to do to have a chance to win is number 1, be subscribed to the channel. Number 2, leave a like on this video. And 3, comment your Steam username with your trade link on it, and I'll send a few of you guys some stuff. And finally, be sure to check out my sponsor for this video, Skinport. Skinport is the best way out there to buy CSGO skins and begin your investing journey for cheap. Skinport has an inventory of hundreds of thousands of skins to choose from, with anything you want, and prices much cheaper than the Steam market. Why pay $485 for a Bayonet Tiger Tooth on the Steam market when you can get it for 20% off under $400 on Skinport? And if you think that's saving you a ton of money, lower tier knives tend to have even bigger discounts, a lot of the time up to 30% off Steam market prices. And if you're looking at getting started on investing or just looking to do a big case opening and save some money, you can catch cases for around 30% off as well. So be sure to sign up with that link in the description and start saving money on CSGO skins today with Skinport. But for now, let's get right into the video. First of all, let's talk about the 3 most recent operation collections, which, despite all being from the same operation, have some really big differences, especially for investing, that I feel like I haven't covered in detail enough in the past. Unlike past operations where you couldn't choose which collection you could get a skin from and it was randomly dropped, because Broken Fang had a shop where you could choose to get drops from collections, players flocked towards buying the Control collection, which contained the Op Fade. I'll show you how I know that in a second, but it's a really important thing to know. But the Havoc collection with the AK X-Ray and the Ancient collection with the M4 Welcome to the Jungle were bought nowhere near as much as the Control collection. Per CSGO float, over 9,000 Op Fades exist currently, while only 4,500 AK X-Rays, half of the amount of Op Fades that exist, and if you think that's low, only 2,300 M4 Welcome to the Jungles exist. To put this into comparison, only around 3,200 Op Gungners exist, which are from one of the Operation Shattered Web collections where you once again could not choose which collection to get your stuff from. So skins in the Control collection are much higher in supply than the Havoc collection, which is considerably higher in supply than the Ancient collection. But how does this even relate to investing? Well, because of this, I'd say it's very possible that we see more drastic price trends with skins with less quantity. If we compare the 5.7 berries and cherries to the Mac 10 gold brick, 2 purple skins from 2 different collections with much different supplies, the 5.7 berries and cherries has gone up 50% in price since the end of January until now, and the Mac 10 has gone up 60 to 70% in the same time period. So it's definitely something to take into account. But the Mac 10 is also double the price, so if you don't have the budget for it, it still seems like buying skins from collections that have much more in supply can still make you some easy money. Like 50% is not that bad at all, especially in this time period. But the good news is you can also scoop up a Mac 10 gold brick for about 10% under the Steam market price on Skinport right now, which I wouldn't cover if it wasn't normally a really good deal. Operation skins on third-party sites are usually nowhere near as discounted as knives, normal play skins, cases like that, so 10% is actually a pretty good deal, especially for such a, what I'd say is a good investment item. And once again, with pretty much the entire CS economy, especially operation skins, taking such a big hit after they had a spike that wasn't possible to maintain, with them flattening out in price now, I think it's a really good buy, and saving any money while buying it could make you some easy money in the future if you're patient. So now let's move on to some cases that I've talked about in the past, starting with the Breakout Case. I think either last month's video or sometime during the correction, I pointed out that even though it was going through a correction, the price was dropping way too fast for it to be sustainable, and eventually it would have to flatten out. Now, I was kinda right with this, but kinda wrong as well. The Breakout Case finished its correction back to around the spot it was before the artificial spike, where this thing just skyrocketed in price like $1 in a few weeks. After it went through this correction, it dipped so fast that the price wasn't sustainable either. It just sat flat for about 3 days. I thought it would be a lot longer, but now it looks like it's increasing pretty drastically again, pretty much exactly how it was even before the giant hype spike started. I really thought it would sit flat for a few weeks at least, but it appears people really like this case still, so is it a good buy? Well, for a case at its price, in June where it reached its peak, it still had over 360,000 unboxed. Now, not only is this case old, so that number should mostly be from people going to the Steam market and just buying it and unboxing it like that. Like, people don't just have these sitting around in their inventory unless they're investing in them, which is a reason why I think it's a good buy. Also, I talked about cases in the intro, but once again, this thing is 80 cents cheaper on Skimport than it is on the Steam market, so cough cough, nudge nudge, you should buy it on Skimport instead. You're saving yourself a lot of money, whether you're investing, whether you want to sell it for real money eventually, whether you want to open it, whatever it is, you should buy it on Skimport. But overall, I think because of how quickly these cases rebounded and how many of them are still being opened despite the fact that they cost pretty much twice as much as any other decent case to open, that they're still a good investment. As to whether or not it's going to be more profitable than an operations skin that I've talked about, only time will tell. I can't really give an exact opinion on that, but in my opinion, if these things go through another drastic uptrend for a month or so, selling for another safer investment probably won't be a bad idea, because as we've seen before, if something goes up that quick and isn't sustainable, it is very well going to crash down. But another big case that people have been looking at, and I've talked about quite a bit in the past, so I might as well follow up on it, is the glove case. The glove cases are pretty similar to breakout cases in the aspect that they've started to flatten out in price. They look a bit more of the trend I was expecting for the breakout case, but they dipped down from the initial hype pretty drastically, then corrected a bit because they dipped down too quickly and now sit a lot flatter than they were, and aren't looking too great of a buy right now because they aren't really showing that great of positive trends like the breakout case is. Breakout cases right now look much more promising than these things in my eyes. It's hard to tell exactly what heights cases can reach because they've never looked as promising across their entire lifespan after being released in the game, and considering they're damn near impossible to get now since they're in the rare drop pool, we just have to assume that unless they're going under a huge correction or a huge hype surge, that they should just increase in price year on year unless something massive changes or the CSGO economy dies. But personally, I would stick with operation skins over the glove case right now. I just think there's not enough push behind it like there is with the breakout case. Plus, selling this thing in bulk is always going to be a bigger pain instead of just picking up an operation skin. Instead of having to sell like 100 cases, you could just buy an operation skin. It's way easier in my eyes. But since the CSGO economy I feel has mostly affected cases and operation skins, they're all that I want to cover in this video. I'm sure I'm going to make a follow-up video sometime this month about stickers, RMR stickers especially, and stuff like that, so definitely stay subscribed if you want to see that. But overall, whether you're looking to invest or just want to buy some new play skins, new knife, whatever it may be, I think now, just coming off a big dip in the CSGO economy is a great time to buy. And I think we'll see some great returns probably starting at the beginning of fall and throughout fall till the end of the year, for operation skins at least, and then towards the end of the year and early next year, I think we're going to see operation skins kind of explode if a new operation gets dropped like people are saying because of Valve adding the new case. But as always, all of this is just my own opinion. No investment will get you guaranteed profit really, but managing your risk, knowing when to sell, and knowing how the market works and has looked in the past can greatly lower your risk. And I would never tell you guys an investment that I wouldn't buy myself, as everything in this video I've owned in the past myself or currently own. So I always recommend just being patient. You don't have to check your prices every day. It's just going to freak you out. Like, I bought an op fade for $1,500. It's $1,250 right now. Doesn't really bother me because I'm just going to be patient with it. And at the same time, I know it wasn't the best buy because there is 9,000 plus in them in supply. But you live, you learn. I'm not getting hit that bad. I'm just going to be patient. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and comment your Steam name with a trade URL to make sure you have a chance at getting some cases. And of course, check out Skinport to save a ton of money buying CSGO skins today. But for now, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.